The perfect life, the perfect nightmare. In the oppressive haze of a summer evening, I sat on the couch while Jacob, my boyfriend, leaned over me again, trying to kiss me. His lips, so desired just a few days ago, now felt defiled. I turned my head away and my heart clenched with disgust. No, Jake, not now, I mumbled, trying to suppress the rising nausea. I looked at him and all I saw was not his face, but the ghost of another woman. And all I heard were not his words, but snippets of conversations recorded by the hidden app on his phone. This app had become my personal hell, my guide into a world where Jacob was a monster, and I was his victim. Our meeting seemed like a gift from fate. After my ex-boyfriend of nearly 3 years turned out to be a married man with a family, I was broken. My trust in man was shattered, and my heart had turned into a shard of ice. But then Jacob appeared, attentive, caring, patient. He knew about my trauma and seemed to understand me like no one else. He promised he would never hurt me, never betray me. His words were a balm for my wounded soul. I started believing in love and happiness again. But over time, something changed. There were long delays at work, strange phone calls he would take in another room, and a tense silence whenever I asked what was going on. My gut screamed that something was wrong, but I desperately clung to hope. I didn't want to believe that this could happen again. I tried to convince myself that my paranoia was just an echo of past trauma. But my intuition wouldn't be silenced. It whispered that Jacob was lying. When my direct questions hit a wall of denial, I made a desperate decision. I installed a hidden app on his phone. I was ashamed, but the fear of being deceived again was stronger. I had no idea how much I would regret it. I started the recording when he left the house and went into the kitchen to make some tea. His voice, so familiar, so dear, I heard him talking to someone and laughing. Suddenly, his laughter turned into anger, and then into a desperate pain scream. Fudge, fudge, fudge! What the heck is wrong with me? I stopped, holding my breath, and pressed the phone to my ear. The next second, I heard him call another girl and tell her she could come and pick him up. I collapsed into a chair, pressing my hand to my mouth to keep from screaming. Sounds came through the receiver that made me freeze. I heard her tell him, "You'll be okay, just close your eyes." Then sloshing sounds, and his voice full of bliss. The world around me crumbled. Now he's sitting next to me on the couch again. He looks at me with his big blue eyes, and I'm trying to understand who this person is. Is he a monster who deliberately hurt me knowing about my history? Or is he himself a victim of some internal struggle, some pain I know nothing of? I see his hands, which were holding me just yesterday, now caressing another. I remember how we sat in the park and he said that I was his destiny. How could he lie like that? Why am I still letting him be here? I want to scream at him to leave, but I can't utter a single word. My heart, which so recently loved him so much, is now tearing apart from pain and disgust. But even in this chaos, I realize I need to do something. I cannot let his betrayal define my future.